Right, welcome back. Last time, we decided to go ahead and declare war on Denmark-Norway. Don't worry, they don't have that many troops, so they should be fine-ish. The League War ended inconclusively last time. Or maybe the time before that, I'm not sure. I think it might be because someone didn't really win the war. At the very least, Hohenzollern who was previously emperor. Apparently they're now Lutheran. Guess someone forced religion on them? Either way. The whole League War, yeah. So now Liege is the emperor. And they're currently being invaded by France. Oh, and by the way, Burgundy's also up here. Yeah, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Yep. Alright. Moving on. Yeah, so my hopes are to get, well, at the very least, Schleswig. I may also get all of Jutland if I feel the need to, but that might be a bit too much. On the other hand, the continental half of Denmark would be a good idea to grab. At the very least, it might get me enough naval force limit to actually contest their control of the sea. Oh, there it is. Already got the war goal, siege down, now to get the rest. It's entirely possible that Denmark-Norway will move in over here to try to contest me, but as long as I pay attention, shouldn't be a problem. What I do wonder is where Hesse went. Oh, they're dealing with a separate war. Oh, the League War fired up again. Again, okay. Right, let's siege down this province, wait a little while. They're leaving a ship here. Thing is, they probably have another ship around somewhere. Oh, Spain has this time gotten involved. Yep. Because Liege allied Spain, didn't know? Who's the emperor? Or did Spain just straight up join the leagues? Oh, they just joined the Catholic League, as did Portugal. Oh joy. Okay, so the question is, how much land are they willing to let me have? Quite a bit. It does say medium, but it does seem to be 0. Yep, it's exactly 0. Dithmarschen is making gains. -1. So the influence is minimal. The longer I wait, the more war score I'll get. Taking war score is 12. I get half a war score every month I hold on to Südschleswig. Plus, there's length of war to consider, as well as the increasing war exhaustion that they have. The more war exhaustion they have, the worse that will become. There's also the question of relative strength of alliances. Hesse will naturally lose strength as they go along fighting in the League Wars. Okay, so if I want all this, which I kind of do, but it's also far more dev than I'd normally pick up. So how much dev would all of Jutland be? 10, 9, 7, 6, 7, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's 32, 39, 44. How much is my current dev again? Isn't it in the 50s? 53. So I'd be about doubling my dev. Not quite. Not quite, mind you, but it's a lot more... It's a lot. It's a lot. It's certainly a lot. So... Huh. Yeah, and the grain dole expired. Probably should do that. And all that. Full grain provision, and it should be almost enough to set me back up to 3 speed. Should be, won't necessarily be. Also, it appears that sadly, provincial corruption is going up. It does seem that laws is a major, major influence. Problem is, there isn't much I can do about that. Let's ignore the requirements of influence. I'm not sure if I can even reach the influence requirement. Possibly. The biggest issue is level state reach. And the more state reach I get, the more influence the laws will have. Wages aren't that big of an issue, but they also become more noticeable as state reach increases, which makes the whole thing even worse. Problem: means of recruitment. It's my biggest source, but I need irregular examinations. Problem: in order to get irregular examinations, I need meritocracy, or rank 3 capital infrastructure, basically. Yeah, it's bad. That's not something I can achieve. Not without a decently large country. Able to afford all the money that goes into such a thing. Okay. Right. Just as a hypothetical. Right. Total cost for just rank 1. Rank 1 would require 865 ducats. Now, let's just increase that to rank 3. I think rank 2 isn't actually that much more expensive than rank 1. I'm going to need 3,000 ducats. I need to collect 3,000 ducats. Hold it in my treasury. Well, collect 3,000 ducats. Oh, and it costs 1 resident labor per year. And in total, it's going to be 46 units. Eventually, yeah, probably a good idea. Right now, heck no, that's a terrible idea. Especially since my country is so small that communication is hardly a factor. My worst communication efficiency is better than 85%. Seriously, it's better than 89% when I look more closely. Yeah, and almost every province is over 90%. Probably the best thing I could do is actually set up harborage inside of my capital. Though I'm not sure if the communication here is by land or not. Still, a lot of time and effort. Yeah, setting up harborage infrastructure probably would be a good idea, even if it's just minimal. Yeah, just rank 1. 74 ducats. It's gonna require resident labor, which is going to cost me because I own most of the industry in my capital. So this will have approximately the expected result. Lots and lots of money loss. Although I do wonder, do we actually have enough labor? Okay, so the urbanites fulfill the labor requirements approximately. So all immigration is doing is pushing down the wages. Which is fine by me, I don't really care. Lower wages is more or less good for me. Though I do not like that their needs are being less and less fulfilled. Yeah, I still need more of them though. Only way I can get enough higher education. Although, the academics are still making money. Knowledge is just that rare. It's going to take time for me to set up enough knowledge production in order to actually get the vaunted 2. Though I am getting the institution from knowledge sharing, I cannot rely on that. I cannot hope to rely on that, better put. It's not like I can siege down any more of their provinces, at least not effectively. I could possibly walk all the way over to there, but I don't have access through Common or through the Commonwealth. So even if I could theoretically siege this down, yeah. The straits are also blocked by, you guessed it, their ships. Again, their navy is way stronger than mine. Way stronger. Now, perhaps I should use some of my money to build up ships. Yeah. Expanding the navy's not that bad of an idea. Especially since my land force limit seems to have decreased again. Alright, 5 new ships. All of them light ships. This should help dramatically increase my trade power in the node. And will help pay for the costs. Okay, I highly doubt I can claim any more ticking war score at this point. I might be able to get some sneaky blockades over here on the coast of the fjords, but I highly doubt that it would amount to anything substantial. This fleet has a blockade potential of 6, or even 6 def. Yeah, there are 6 def provinces, but there's a 4 def province here and a 3 def province here. That's not going to be enough for remarkable. Well, I can try if I'm quick and I pay attention. A little bit of war score can help, after all. And it might convince them to stop blockading, actually. Yeah, if I'm careful. Real careful. Huh. There. That should affect the war score. But it's not enough. Why are you fighting? Oh, 13th, 12th. And I figure Sweden would go first. 13th. Yeah, there is no port I can hide in. So, peace deal now, or nothing else. Vestal sounds like fun, but no. Yeah. I guess it'll just be these 2 provinces then. Alright, let's fabricate 2 claims. Looks like we don't have much better to do. And begin the process of courting. Begin protecting North Sea trade again. And increasing my income. Sure, some of that will be siphoned off to knowledge sharing, but so long as it have a positive balance, I don't care that much. What the heck happened? Okay then. What? Huh? I need a minute. Let me try to piece this together. Okay, so I think I know what happened. Is there anything I need? Do I need to restart the grain dome? No, so, okay, let's just do that so I don't forget about it next session. Stop here. Right. Okay, so a few things happened. Burgundy. Yeah, okay, so apparently that's a weird combination of things to occur. So what ended up happening is that Burgundy ended up getting a large dose of Liberty Desire from France. And I guess the whole Burgundian succession thing, I guess, or its equivalent, so that it occurs in M&T, ended up happening. And now there's the 17 provinces under Spain. Rebellious division. Their Liberty Desire is really, really high. I mean, really high. So their French territories went to France. Or some of them. Because they also have Walloon territories as well. Yeah, okay. Thing is, provinces that aren't in the Dutch group went to Spain. So these two here in Luxembourg area, as well as Bremen and Oldenburg. Yeah. Wow, okay. So, war with Denmark-Norway ended. I guess I got a little too greedy, so I had to make do with a smaller concession of these two provinces. And I could have really gotten 2 more provinces, but I mean, it's going to be difficult integrating these provinces in the first place because they're Catholic and Danish. There is a decent population of Lutherans, but it's going to take time for that to shift naturally. I've also been working on expanding the size of the Navy. So I've doubled the number of light ships, and there's going to be 2 more along the way. They are paying for themselves, though. Trade money is just leaping in. In fact, I can get the approximate amount of... I now actually have the most trade value in the node. Trade power in the node. Well, that explains a lot. I'm getting 30 from light ships, so half of... Well, half the end... It's also plus 30%. So I got 13 provinces and 30 from light ships. 1.5 from merchants. So yeah, about 2/3 of the trade income. Let's see, the amount of trade income is 2.24. Fleet maintenance is 1.24, so they do pay for themselves. More than that. Of course, diminishing returns as I increase the number of light ships is a thing, but that can be handled some other time. Yeah, so 2 new provinces, do need to integrate them, and probably gonna have to accept Danish culture at some point. Eventually. Time though. Conquer, yeah, that's good. That actually helped a bit. Because these 2 provinces were exactly the war score that I ended up with at the end of the war. So, or that I could demand at the end of the war. Stability's doing good. State reach is doing decently. Autonomy could be doing better. Income's doing great. Crandall's starting to get more expensive, but manpower's cheap. Surprisingly so, almost. Force limit is on edge at the moment. We're at 5.3, so we've got to be careful with that. The Navy's doing great, though. I can expand to a huge degree. I'm also planning on eventually setting up harborage inside my capital. At the very least, it would heavily expand my naval force limit and boost well, communication. Yeah, definitely will boost communication. As well as the naval force limit, as I've already stated. Heck, I've got 30k residents. 30 times 0.15 is 4.5. So, as well as a plus 15%, and there's also a 1.2 force limit per 1,000 burgers. I've got a quarter of that approximately, so that's another 0.4, 0.3. Yeah, so about 5, 6 force limit just from building the first level, and that's only a, like, it's less than 2 ships. It's less than 2 light ships. It's about 50 ducats, if I remember correctly. Just gotta select the province again, click the build infrastructure. Oh. Well, I guess costs have increased. Perhaps certain goods have their prices increased. Possibly. It looks like its costs have reduced. Could just be more demand for urban labor. I mean, immigration is dramatic. We're getting 500,000 people here every year. Strangely though, urban labor, there's not that much demand for it. Now, literati on the other hand, oh heck yes. Definitely a lot of need for that. Which is why I need to double their population. Once I manage to double the resident population, there will be enough to fulfill the higher education. Heck, we already produce almost 1.6 higher education knowledge from the higher education. That's an excellent sign. Yes, we're almost there. You need 2 in order to actually start locally producing casual literacy. Of course, I will continue to maintain the knowledge sharing for as long as I can. But yeah. I've also been improving relations with the 17 provinces because this province is getting Colombian imports. Slowly at the moment, but in the past it used to be a lot faster. Yeah. Give it time. It'll do its thing. But yeah, that's it. Oh yeah. Bayern Straubing no longer was a valid rival for me, so I eclipsed them. So I decided to pick Magdeburg as a rival. Reconquest Castilla against... Yeah, okay, I think that's honestly long enough. There are rebels appearing, which does not bode well. However, 3k should be something I can fight. I just have to pay attention and keep my army nearby. And don't drill when it's dangerous, to say the least. Yeah, max ability, full grain provision, all that still isn't enough. So not accept the culture and the religion. Well, actually, I guess my tolerance of heretics is... yeah, it's +1. Huh. Huh. Okay, that helps. I haven't done much else, though. Just kept track of finances, fought a war, and been watching the chaos. Oh, one other thing. So the League War ended inconclusively, and started up again. This time we're going up against Swabia, who thankfully has a 30-year-old as the king, or emperor, I guess. So, at least this time, we should actually get the religious peace event. Hopefully. Although Swabia's actually winning, though, that's probably because of reasons. Okay, so they won a lot of battles. And to have more occupations. Because Spain, Portugal, and France are all on the side of the Catholic League. At least England has joined the Protestant League, but, well... again, it doesn't really help that much. Although I shouldn't really care, I'm staying out of the whole thing. Anyway, I've gone on for long enough for sure. I'll see you again next time. Until then.